So here we are. I'm gonna trace this thing out, exactly where it's gonna go, but we're gonna have to cut some of it, make it longer, so it can fall in here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna trim it much so that the glass can be flush. So we're gonna have to cut a hole first, all around. Cut the hole here, all around. But it has to be smaller because up to this much where the yellow is at, because that's where it has to make as big as that so the glass can be flush. Let's go ahead and do that. Next part. So here's the product yet. It's still been sanding it. It's all smooth here. We're gonna start making the hose so we can start putting the carbon fiber sticker on top of it. So this is a desk progress. This is my mock-up I was messing around with. See how much I have to actually cut. So all right, so with the router I actually cut it, left 1 centimeter off on here and cut it all around. You see the router did it, but now do you see the corners right here? This is where I run into a snag, a problem. So I'm using a hammer and a chisel and it's coming out easily. I already done one corner here perfectly. Smooth it out with the sandpaper after and we should be in business. It's a little crooked, but hey, we don't care about the bottom, we care about the top. So the top we could always even it out, extra space on it. So we're gonna chisel it out and keep going with it. Finally, I got it flush. Took me a while. You guys can see the desk. This is where the computer is going to rely on. So I have it. I'm going to flush it right here. And more, sand it more. Right here too. All right, so we're mocking up a motherboard, and we're going to cut a box. So the motherboard will go in the bottom. We're going to get this fake wood, or it's wood, but it's cheapest one you can find. Very light.
So now we're gonna start doing our roundover with the router to round over the edges.
Alright, so here's where the computer is going to rely on. Power cord on the side. We still need to drill the top of it right here in this corner. Carbon fiber still going to have to go in there. So we're going to bring a couple devices here, install them on here and drill them straight out here. This is where the power is going to be residing out of it. Looks stable enough. This is a little flimsy, but we're gonna add another pole here, straight here, going out to the back, so it could stabilize that part and keep it straight hard. So that's gonna go all the way to the back, and this is gonna be hardened, of course. We're not doing anything on this side because we have anchors on this side, so all the weight. Now it looks a little messed up here and there, but it feels good when you're actually doing yourself the work, you know. And instead of buying a desk, make it yourself. And you go, and this is cheap, so I could always option would be always cut it straight across. End of this discussion, but
Other than that, it looks pretty good. Right here is gonna where my desktop's gonna be. Like I said, right now it's a little flimsy, but as soon as I put the pole in there, go there across, make a little stabilize the area, it'll be good.
All right, so here it is, the final product. I kind of dented out a little bit, but it came out really good. I show you guys. Jimmy came in, showed us how to cut it if you don't have the right size, how to do it, how to do a template, and then cut it over it. So you put your phone in here and it starts charging. Pushing a button. There you go. You can spin this too. I just noticed that. Yeah, we got Ethernet, power, USB charging, 5 volts USB charging. So power, HDMI, and power USB. All right, we're gonna paint the edges with spray so it could be a little smoother in here, more of the wood, because paper that's gonna go on top is gonna be black too. We're gonna paint the bottom. We're not gonna spray the bottom. We're gonna paint because it's uneven and you can't really tell on the edges. If I paint, let me show you guys. So there we go. Go around the whole thing. That's pretty good actually. I like the inside. Might have to paint the whole thing black. Alright, so we're putting the carbon fiber sticker and we're trying to get all these bubbles out. You guys can see. We'll squish them out. And then I got this cut out here and cornering it too so it can look nice and neat on both ends. You guys can see it nice and trim. Get that trim going. And it's looking good so far. So continue. So I put my coffee on this and it's working really well. Paper is nice and smooth. The little